All right. You're welcome once again. Good day. How are you doing and how is everything going over there? I strongly believe that you are now familiar to what a cPanel is, what hosting is, what domain is, and all the likes. And in our previous lesson, we've talked about how that you can get your domain, I mean a paid domain from companies like Namecheap, from companies like Hostinga, from companies like Bluehost and the likes, and how that it is very important when it comes to building a website and the likes. And I mentioned to you guys in the previous lesson that as much as for you to get your hosting and domain, you need to pay a token. For starters who are just starting like you are, I cancel that. At times they should just go with the free hosting that is available, and that is what I'll be taking you through in this short lesson. So how do you get the free hosting and the free domain that you can use to kickstart your journey as a web designer and as a web developer? And that is the question that we'll be answering in this video. So how to get it is just for you to come to your Google like this, your Google Chrome, be it on your laptop or on your system, and you just search for infinity free, and you will see this search result, and this is infinity free. So if you just click on this infinity free, and it takes you, so infinity free is a free website hosting package, made available for people who are just getting started. Though like I mentioned to you guys in the previous class, that it is not dependable, but you can use it to kickstart. The reason why it is not dependable is that over some time you can just get a mail from them that okay, your account has been suspended and all of those things, and I believe that shouldn't pain you, because you did not pay anything for it. All right, but at least you can use it to kickstart. At least in the last 1 year now, the duration of time that it takes before they suspend your account, it's over. I think the thing about it currently is just that you just need to keep logging in. If you leave your account there for like a month, 3 weeks without logging in and doing something on your project there, they can easily suspend your account. So this is infinity free. So what we are gonna do now is just to click on register now, and when you click on register now, you see these registration form interface over here. So you are going to use your email. I have used quite a number of email here, so I would be so sensitive to, okay, let me find an email that I can use here. I've used virtually all of this email. Okay, let me just use uh this. I only pray that this is available. So this is the email that I will be using. So I'll just type in your password. Just type in your password. So let me just type a password. Yeah. All right. Let me type the password again, and I have read and continue. Then I'll click on sign up. So it's saying that this email has already been taken. So I think I might have to use another email. Okay. Let me check out for something. Gmail. Let me look for an email that I haven't used before and I can easily access. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, okay, let me go and use these and let's see if it goes. So I'm going to change the email now. All right. So I've changed the email here. Let me put my password. Right. Let me put let me confirm the password. Right, I have read, and let's click on sign up. Amazing, amazing. So you see now, this email has has not been used before. So a verification link has been sent to that email. So all I need to do is just to go back to that email, which is this, and I will see the verification link. You can see here. So this infinite free, and I'll click on verify email address. Verify email address. Amazing. You see that now I've been able to log in. Though another thing about this is just that you'll be seeing a lot of advertisements on your dashboard, as you can see here. But you already have an hosting account now. Already have a free hosting account now. So what I'm going to do now next is to click on this create account. Okay, so I'm going to back this because of the hard. So if you're using a laptop, it will be much more obvious. But I just want you guys to also see that some of the things that you guys are going to be doing here, you can easily use a mobile phone. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll click on this create account. Amazing. So you see now, so instead of you paying $2.50 per month, $3.65 per month, $6.00 is 2 cents per month, you all need to just take this, $0. So this is the package you'll be going for, and you're going to click on create now, and it's going to create your account. You're going to go through some kind of verifications. So as you can see here, it's trying to verify that you're a human being. I'm going to tick that, and it should redirect me to the account that I've just created. Now the account I've created is asking me, now that is an hosting account, and like we've been talking about this thing that you need a hosting and you need a domain. So you've been given a hosting account now. So even if you've been given a hosting account, you need an address, which is your domain, where an address that you can send to friends, relative, people, client, and the like, that as regards the project that you're doing, an address that will point people to your hosting, your your the files on your hosting account. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come to this place, and I'll just type uh let me just type here ecom ecom made easy, right? Ecom made easy. No, that's the name of the domain. Yours can be anything. So if you be FME, yours can be FM word. But in our previous lessons, I mentioned different type of domain extension. The thing about this free hosting and domain is that you can't pick any of those domain extension. You can only use what is being given to you. And since it's just a trial version, since it's just to make you have access to something for free pending the time, whatsoever work you're doing on this hosting account, right, can be exported into a real and a live hosting and a live domain. So let's see the domains that are available here. So you see the domains that are available here, so you can just pick any of these, but you don't have all the likes of .com, .ng, .com, .org, .edu, .it, and all of those. The ones that you have as available here are the funny kind of domain extension. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pick one that is not really okay. Let me just pick .infi.uk. So that is what I want to pick, and you click on check availability. So it's going to search if that domain is readily available, and I think it is readily available. It is readily available. So you can see here additional information, website for e-commerce, ecommadeeasy.infi.uk, account username. That one, it will generate it automatically. The same thing goes for the password. It will also generate that automatically. An email consent, then I'll click on I approved, and will come to create an account. So automatically it will now create an hosting account alongside with that domain name that I've just selected. Now it will create it for me here. So let's see what is going on. As you can see, this hosting account has been created. This is the account information, and this is the URL, that is the domain, right? Here's the domain, and it says your account has been created with the username. So here are some of the things you need to know. And you see, it said it will take a few minutes for your account to be set up, and it can take up to 72 hours for your new domain to be visible everywhere. Amazing. Now it's not even up to an hour, it's not even up to 30 minutes. And as you can see now, you see that you have access to your hosting account. And I said something, I think, in the last video I sent to you guys, how that it is on your hosting that you have access to what we call the cPanel, the control panel. And before you can access that, that simply means you must have paid for a hosting, a hosting package, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years on. We must have paid that to hosting provider and hosting company provider, right? But now we have been able to beat that payment aspect. In other words, it's more or less like you have paid for your hosting and your domain now. So in as much as you've paid for your hosting and domain, you are expected to have access to your cPanel, and that is what you're seeing on your screen now. Though there are some things that you see on the live hosting that you won't see here, primarily just a few things, but virtually every other thing that you need is what you'll be seeing here: the cPanel, the file managers, and all of those things. So as you can see here now, we have the cPanel here and we have the file manager. So what you're meant to do now primarily is to first of all go and access your cPanel. So you click on the cPanel and it's going to load the cPanel page for you. Then you click on I approve. Then the cPanel will load for you in just a few seconds. And these are the things that are on your cPanel. The same thing that you see on the live cPanel, you'll see all of these things in some of the subsequent video. But since we are going through the route of maximizing the availability of free hosting and domain, that is why we are seeing this. And these are the elements of cPanel. And from the last videos that I have shown to you guys are now familiar with what is on the cPanel. So that simply means if you're gonna get started with your project here now, after you can go through all of these things yourself and compare it with the last video that I sent to you guys as regards the elements, the components of the cPanel, getting yourself familiarized with the cPanel. But moving forward, one of the things I will just do here before I exit this video is, remember I told you guys how that if you're going to be starting any web development, using any of the content management system, you're going to be using WordPress, which is a kind of universally accepted content management system that you can use to build your website. And how do you now have access to this WordPress? Then you have to come to the software, because I told you that it's a software, right? We have quite a number of software out there, but the one that we want to use now, you have to come and access it under the software, and you have to come and access it under the Softaculous app installer. So all you need to do is just to click on Softaculous app installer, and it's gonna open another page for you where you can now start to install a WordPress on your website. So as you can see now, Softaculous app installer is another software, right, that has under it quite a number of tools, like web designing tools. Amongst them are what we call the WordPress, Joomla, Bantercart, PHP 88, SMF, PHP Builder, Laravel, and the likes. But what we will be using in this training is what we call WordPress, like I've been saying. So all you need to do is just to come to this place and click on install, and by the time you click on install, it will bring your installation page to you, and you will now find that domain that you pick during the time of creating your hosting account and picking a domain. The other time, you see, you have ecom made easy.info. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to, all right, just change this one to HTTPS. You remember that I told you that you need HTTPS as a security protocol attached to your name, so that you can be sure that your website is secure. So you're gonna pick that HTTPS, and what I'm gonna do now is, you see, now that is for the software installation. Then what will be the name of your site? So let's just name this as ecom made easy. All right, and the description, you can think of the description you said. The admin username, you can make it anything you want. So let me just make it something here: ecom made easy. Okay, let me just go with the password that is here currently, and I think that is that. So you choose the language English, and all you need to do now is just to come and click on install, and the next thing it will be taking us to is the installation page. So it's saying that the username you provided as invalid character. All right, the username. Okay, so what is the invalid character here? So okay, let's just make this a small letter. And is there a space? No. So let's click on install now. So the installation has begun. So you can see checking and the submitted data. So it's already installing. The installation can take like 1 minute or 2 minutes, depending on the strength of your network, depending on the strength of your network. And let's just wait for the installation to be completed. It's currently on 44 now. It says congratulations, congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Now here you would see two links that comes with your success, the success of your installation. So WordPress has been installed successfully on that domain name. On so for you to know the domain, or on which the software was installed, you see it here. It says WordPress has been successfully installed at ecommadeeasy.info.uk. Remember that this was a domain name that we picked, that we selected the other time. And if you are not going to be if you are going to be checking the, the back end of your website, and if you are going to be starting, your design journey, right, you'll be using the second link, which is ecommadeeasy.info.uk/wp-admin. If you want to send the link to anyone, so you can copy these two links and put it on your notepad and all of those things, right? If you want to send anyone to your website, this first link is what you'll be sending to them. So that is the front end of your website. That is what will permit people to see what is going on your website, what has been done on your website. But for you to be able to work on your website from the back end, edit, modify, add files and all of those things, then you are going to be using this second one. And it is very easy. It is just your domain names slash wp-admin, and that is what we are going to be using now as we round up this section of the training. So you'll be clicking on that second one, and you see what will happen now. It will take you to your WordPress dashboard, and from there we'll be able to pick it up in the other videos. As you can see here now, we have the WordPress dashboard here. Amazing, right? It's saying that welcome to WordPress. I've talked to you, I've told you guys about themes, plugins, and all of those things. This is where you're going to be making use of all of those things. So before I go, let me quickly show you one of the little things I do when it comes to, when it comes to accessing a new WordPress dashboard. As you can see that we have quite a number of things on the screen there, and I want my screen to be as clean as possible. So what I do primarily most time is you just come to this, screen option, and you just untick all of these things. Welcome, WordPress, quick draft, activity at glance, and site health. You see that as I'm untaking all of those things, my screen is becoming more cleaner. So I'm gonna collapse these, and you see that we have all of these now. So if you are having this kind of update, you can just click on please update now, and it's going to update your WordPress, because we have different version of WordPress. Day in, day out, new versions are imagined, and whenever there is a new version like that, it's gonna prompt you that there is a new version available. Amazing. So you see this now, we have all of these things now, so here now, what I'm still going to do to clean and make my website very clean is when you install a new WordPress, you have some default themes that comes with it, and some default plugins that comes with it. So before I move to that place, so what you need to do is just to come to this setting. When you click on this setting, come to the general, and when you go to the general, these are basic settings that you just need to do. You click on anyone can register, and this is the name of the website, site title that we picked the other time. So in case you made a mistake then, and you needed to correct and modify that, you can come there. Then the tagline, then this is where you pick your logo. So you have to design your logo. You'll be seeing most of those things in our subsequent videos, right? So let's go to the general again. Anyone can register. Click on save changes. Come on. The reason why you're saying anyone can register is in case you're building a website where people need to register on your website, or they need to access their dashboard and account on the website. You need to come and click anyone can register under this membership. The next thing you need to look into is your permalink. Now, this permalink is very, very, very important. Very, 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 very important. And I will show you what permalink is anytime soon. So you can see now what permalink simply means is that gives your website a kind of structure, what people see, how people access your website. So you see that currently the permalink structure that you're using is your your domain name slash the date, the time. This is too long, and it can be scary when people start seeing something like this. It can be scary. So what is the most used and the most advisable permalink is this post name. Just come and click on post name and look at the example of that post name. So you have your domain name, ecom made easy, .info.uk slash whatsoever the page they are loading. Like I mentioned to you, that a website is a collection of different pages. So let's say people want to access your about us page, and your domain name is ecommadeeasy.info.uk. So the permalink that they will be having there will now be ecommadeeasy.info.uk slash about us. Did you get that? Now, instead of you having something like ecommadeeasy.info.uk slash 2025 slash 8 slash about us, no, you don't want that kind of thing. You want your domain name and your permalink to be as simple as possible. So you're going to click on this post name, and you're going to come to the save changes here. You click on that save changes, and it's going to save that changes. So we are doing two more things now before we leave. It's going to save that changes. All right, I think the network is somehow, so but it's saving the changes currently. I want us to do the next few things, then we can easily leave. Come on, answer me. Oh, network, but why? Continue. Oh God. Okay. Right. Okay. I think we are going to have to continue in the next video, but these are the basic things that you need to know, and how to get a free hosting and a free domain name. All right, I'll see you in the next video.